Hello, you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I just really wanted to quickly speak on a subject. It's 1:33 on my timer right now. And so this is being directly channeled from my inner child, also from my star family I'm hearing, and directly from Source. Source wants me to remind you that you are the creator of your reality. And what that means is that those past relationships that hurt you, those past people, those exes, they were attracted into your life by you, by your frequency at that time. So there's no reason, if you're doing the healing, if you're doing the work, if you're changing your mindset, there's no reason for you to fear moving forward in the future in new relationships. The reason being is because you attract what you are, not what you want. So if you are healed, you will now attract healed people. You will now attract healed opportunities, healed lovers, healed friends, healed soul family. But the fact that you were not healed in the past, the fact that you also had toxic tendencies, you had to attract that. Why? Not to hurt you, but so that it could be a mirror reflection and so that you can see yourself through that person, which is the catalyst for change. Because when we see something in the world that we don't like, it makes us look at ourselves. Is there something inside of me that mirrors that behavior? Because if that's how I look, then I don't want to do that anymore. If that's how I act, I don't want to do that anymore. Or it could be just the opposite. When you see someone doing something that you do like, that is also a mirror reflection of you. When you see them helping people, when you see them following their dreams, that is also a mirror reflection of you. So when you look at it this way, what Source is saying is that you're not actually fearing that person, you're fearing yourself. Because if you're not right within, like Lauryn Hill says, then guess what? You're going to attract somebody else who's not right within. We are just reflections of one another. If you're confident in yourself, if you're abundant, you're not going to settle for anything less than what you are. You're just not. If you're healed, you're not going to settle for someone who is not healed. So when you don't trust other people, there is something inside of you that you're not trusting, which is your judgment and character. Now, if you're basing that off of your past version of yourself, then don't do that. Because if you've done the healing work, if you're now able to see through illusions, trust that you're able to see through illusions. Trust that you know what is right for you and what is not. Trust that your intuition is going to tell you. You're going to feel it in your body. Everything in you will say to go the other way when something is not aligned with you. But if you're just freaking yourself out because you don't know if something is good for you or something is not good for you based on your past experiences, you're just psyching yourself out of your own blessing. Because the truth of the matter is, if you've changed, so does your reality. If you've changed, the people around you have to change. This is the way the universe works. You have to trust in the universe. If you've done the work, the universe is going to make sure that that shows up in your reality. So stop pushing away the gift that the universe, that God, whatever you want to call it, has for you based on what you've been through, because you're not that person anymore. And that's the only one that you have to convince is yourself. I'm not who I used to be. Therefore, I do not attract who I used to attract. It's time to believe in yourself, because this is an inner battle. Once you can trust in yourself, you'll be able to move forward with ease. It's time to forgive and understand that everyone in your life was a catalyst to change. This is not real. This is a soul curriculum. Everything that you've ever gone through, everyone that you've ever encountered was here to teach you something. Was here to teach you something. Even if that something was just to equip you, it's not that you deserved it. It's not about us deserving things, because many times our ego, to be honest, fool us into thinking that we deserve things that we don't deserve, and that we don't deserve things that we do deserve. So it is not about you having deserved it. The things that were done to you were attracted based on our ignorance. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. That is true. You didn't know any better. You didn't know that you were manifesting these people into your life based on you not loving yourself, based on you not feeling worthy, based on you thinking that you had to people please, based on you thinking that you needed other people's validation. You didn't know better. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It's like a child. You're not going to punish them for not knowing better if it's something that they just don't know. At least I hope not. Now, once you've told them a few times, don't do this because this is what will happen, and they continue to do it, well, just like us, then you're going to have to reap the consequences of that, because now you know better and you're refusing to do better. But it's another thing if you didn't know better. You have to give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. We're all on a journey of evolution, You're evolving. Humanity is evolving. This is something that's never been done before. So why are you putting all of that pressure on yourself? Thinking that you have to have it all figured out. None of us have it all figured out. That's why you're here. So that you can figure it out and help others figure it out. But that's a process. So give yourself grace. Let go of the self-blame. Let go of the past. Let it go. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist. You are keeping it alive. Do you understand that? Yesterday, you can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it. It doesn't exist except in your mind, because you're replaying it over and over like a movie. So you're making it real. Remember, your subconscious mind does not know the difference. You tell your subconscious mind what is real and what is not. So if you're playing it over and over and telling yourself that this is real, then your body is going to respond to that. Your subconscious is going to respond to that. Oh, this is real. This is how we're feeling. We're still feeling hurt from that situation, because in their mind it's real. It's still happening. It's not happening anymore. Let it go. You're on a new timeline. This is what you need to affirm to yourself. I'm on a new timeline. The same way that we look at past lives is how you have to look at your life and all of the seasons in your life. Oh, that was another life. No, you didn't have to die, but you did. You did have to die. And now you're reborn. And now you're living a new life as a new person. So let that old self die. You know, I got a download yesterday, which is that when we talk about the new earth is within us. The new earth comes within a new identity. So understand that before you see a split in the world, there has to be a split inside of you. Because if you're still living in their reality, there really is no split. This split happens inside of all of us when you break away from the old reality completely. When you break away from those karmic cycles completely. When you fully step into your new identity as a God, as a creator of your reality, as a master manifester, and you know that nothing is happening to you, but it all happened for you. Why? So that your soul can evolve, so that your soul can grow. This is why you made all of those contracts with different people. This is a collective effort. We're all helping each other. Even if that person had to be the quote unquote villain in your story, they still helped you in some way. To see yourself, to see where you needed to love yourself more, to see where you weren't respecting yourself, to see where you were letting people walk over you, to see where you weren't standing in your power. They are the catalyst to your change. But you have to start looking at life this way. Reality is not real. You are constantly creating reality, and you have the ability to change reality. So once again, once you change how you see yourself, once you change how you feel about yourself, once you change how you identify with the world, everything has to align with that. Trust that. Trust that you're that powerful. Trust that you're that powerful. That when you change, your reality has to change. Reality is not static. It's always changing based on your thoughts. So the more that you love yourself, know that the universe is going to match that. The more that you see your worth, know that the universe has to match that. That is universal law. It's universal law. So I don't know. Source wanted me to get this through your heads because it's time. When we talk about the new earth, we want to bring this in. It starts within. So if you're waiting for this split, understand that the split is dimensional, is what I'm hearing. It is dimensions. It's not going to be something that you can physically see, like the world splitting in two. You're just going to see your world reflect how you feel inside. So if you're feeling abundant, then your world is going to reflect abundance. So understand, it's very important that you assess yourself. Am I still holding on to survival mode? Am I still operating in fear? Because if you're still operating in these energies, then you have not done the full split. You can't go into new earth with these mentalities. You have to be able to surrender. You have to be able to trust. You have to be able to let go of control. You have to be able to trust your intuition. You have to be able to trust that the universe is always providing for you, that the universe is always leading and guiding you. The new earth is an energy. It's an energy. And if you are not willing to let go of the fear of the past, you will remain in the old earth. That's right. This ascension into the new earth, into the higher dimensions, is you letting go of that old mind, that old way of thinking, that old identity, that old way of identifying yourself as a victim. You are not a victim. Not once you realize that you are the creator, that we created many of the messes that we got ourselves into. It's not tough love, it's the truth. It's the truth. You have to take accountability, let go of blame, and understand that we're all one. We're all one. When you judge someone else, you're judging yourself. When you judge someone else, you are judging yourself. Even that person that quote unquote did you wrong. It's up to you with your wisdom to see through the illusion. Oh, this person did this to me because they're just unhealed. There's something within them that still needs to be healed. So I'm going to have compassion for my reflection, for myself, because I see myself in everybody. I'm going to have compassion for myself and not judge them. Yes, I may have to separate myself, but just because I'm separating myself does not mean that I'm looking down on you. It does not mean that I'm better than you. It's just that I understand. Like attracts like. Energy is contagious. So if I'm around a negative personality, that is going to rub off on me. If I'm around people who are constantly in a lack mindset, that is going to rub off on me. So this is about me protecting my energy. It's not about you. And if a person wants to take that personal, that's on them. That has nothing to do with you. But you make sure you protect yourself. You make sure you put yourself first. I'm just going to leave it off on this note. Source loves you so much that Source is channeling this message through me and many other of our reflections to try to get this through our heads. We are no longer victims. It's time to stand in our power. We know who we are. You say that you are God. So you can't be God and a victim. God is a creator. Every day you are getting up, you are co-creating with Source. You are co-creating through your thoughts, through your desires. I want to have a good day today. Okay, let's make it happen. I am powerful. Okay, let's make it happen. I want to achieve this. Okay, let's make it happen. You and Source are working together hand in hand. But you are the main character of your story. Yes. So you create the dialogue. You create the narrative. And once you change your inner dialogue, the narrative must change. So trust that. Trust in yourself. You've done so well. It's time to be proud of yourself. It's time to see how far you've come. It's time to see yourself clearly. And no longer see yourself through the eyes of the past, but through the eyes of the now.